A shark's got lifeless eyes, black eyes, chief, like a doll's eyes. Don't scratch, Dad. Trying to scratch. Thank you. Woo! Ready to do work now, baby. Ready to, you gotta touch it.
You gotta touch it.
You gotta
It's so cool. You cannot touch it.
As soon as the tarp comes off, you gotta touch it. You're just like, ah.
Try to absorb some of its history, everything.
You just soak it in. You know, the trim around the back here is in the trunk.
Yeah.
That's all in the trunk. And the windshield trim with the base is in the trunk too. What a prize, right? What a sweetheart.
Eric Johnson?
What's that?
You come up with it, Eric Johnson?
Yeah. Yep.
Again.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah. Okay, so we got both cars stripped of everything. It was just sitting in there, so it's piled all around. I got a huge mess. And I got the bench of the red car up on the truck, and I found something interesting with this because all along I'm thinking to myself, how am I gonna pay to recover these seats in this blue car? I mean, it's so expensive to, I mean, the cover for the front seat for the blue split bench is like $600. The back bench is, I don't know, 400, 500 maybe for the material, and then you got to buy the foam, which is another 180 bucks, 200 bucks. There's no shipping involved here. Then either I put it on or pay somebody to put it on. And then door panels are like 300 bucks for the front pair, 350 maybe. It's like just so much money to put interior in the car when they're trashed. So my thought is, well, geez, maybe I'll just use the red interior as much as I can. I mean, the dash is already way much better than the blue car. Blue car, 427 car, windows were out of it forever in the field. So it just completely exposure to that dash right above it, no windshield. So the red dash is just so much better shape. So I just put the red dash in. I'm thinking, well, maybe I could use the red bench. Well, then how do people get in and out the back seat because it doesn't fold like the split bench does on the blue car? But I realized something as I was loading the seat is that there's 3 bolts that run along the bottom side here. Let me turn this around and show you. So these 3 bolts here, 3 of these, one was like right here, one was right here coming in from the bottom, and one at the other end down there. And look at this. When I was first moving in, I saw that this pivot was in, just like on the 2-door car. It's this pivot. I'm thinking, why would they put the pivot on the 4-door seat if, look at that. How cool is that? So it won't be as handy getting somebody in and out of the back seat. But instead of, you could be driving in the driver's seat and just put the passenger side portion up, because the blue car split right here, two halves. This is just all one complete back. So, but man, that's a big win right there. So maybe I'll just put a Mexican blanket over this seat. That's a pretty decent cushion still. I mean, it's got some issues up there. We are on a budget here, so when you think about building that 427 motor, which I haven't started buying parts yet, but we gotta buy pistons, we gotta buy camshaft, we're gonna buy a roller cam most likely, a good clutch. you going to put your money in the 427 drivetrain, or do you want to put interior in the car? So I mean, we are a tight budget, like everything, right? 10 projects going. Wife's already probably questioning why I'm working on this anyway, so as she should be, because she's a smart person. Most smart people wouldn't do something like this. So honey, if you're watching, thank you for being you. And so yeah, I'm excited about that. That's a huge win for that front bench, because I'm thinking, well, how are we gonna ride anybody in the back? They're gonna have to jump over the back, which is fine for the kids and stuff, but you know, Eric Hansen and Johnny jump in the back, or Big Tim if we're all going somewhere. My old man's in there. This is a road trip car here. So we got to make, now we're moving forward, and that's a huge win to have that seat fold forward. So, and as the front dash showed in the ashtray, it was full of cigarettes, and so is the back seat. So not the cream puff we thought she was, but there's a little piece of gum in there too. So you'll never know what you're going to find. You think you're buying this cream puff, and all of a sudden you find out it was smoked in. So what do you do? Most of the truck loaded here. Even found the old NASCAR tires for a future project that we're working on, that I'm an idiot, but more to come on that down the road. So this heater box out of the red car had somewhat of a mouse house in it. I think I showed that in one of the earlier videos, and before I put it in storage, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just strip the top off, take it off, and just clean it pretty good and get it clean. Yeah, so anyway, clean it pretty good. That sounds right, doesn't it? And oh, look at this letter of authenticity for one of those slicks. Let's see what this says here. It said $50 on it, but I didn't pay $50 for it. Let's see here, what does it say? One of those NASCAR tires was Mark Martin's at Atlanta Motor Speedway in 2005. Viagra 4, number 6. Woohoo! Well, hopefully we'll be burning that off in a NASCAR chassis I got with a big block Chevy. This is the plan, so we'll see. The T-Bird body, of all things. But more to come, yeah, on that, because I'm dumb. Anyway, let's strip this battery, this heater box apart, and just see what it looks like inside. All right, got the screws out of this thing to see what we got. So to change the heater core in one of these, you have to take the whole box out of the dash. Camera too. Let me reevaluate this. I was just gonna pull out of there. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Hit the gimbal. Ooh, a little mousy in there. Somebody living in there. The plan is just to go ahead and maybe take this whole whole piece off, maybe. Or maybe I'll just rinse it out. Maybe I'll just take that out of there, the mouse house, pull the heater core out, and just spray off the best I can for now. And the last thing you want when you put this thing back together is have a mouse in there, house, and it starts to stink, and the heater's on, and so I don't know if I have to seal this. This is metal, but this is actually some kind of vintage plastic. I don't know if it's some kind of, it's not a fiberglass box, or you have a little, I don't know what that is. But it's vintage, so it probably soak up all that mouse poop and pee, and turn the heater on, it probably stinks terribly. But maybe paint that inside to seal the stench. I don't know. So we're finishing up here. We got that brake booster off. Somebody will want that, probably. Kind of a cool piece. Got the correct pedal on it, everything, the rubber. Would assume that's the power brake pads. I don't know if it's a different size pedal or the same size on a manual brake, probably the same, but somebody may want that. So we can go ahead and take a look at both cars too. They're totally empty for the most part. A couple little pieces here and there, I guess a couple boxes, but really good, a good look at this floor in here. This piece here is gonna need a little fixing, like right through here where that hat channel is rusty. But the rest is pretty good. I think it's gonna clean up. It's the only piece I need to repair on the whole car as far as rust. Pretty solid. Go back to this car here. Man, she's bad. She's rusty. Of course, I got stuff in here, but I mean, just look at that, just junk. The frame's got huge holes in it. It's bad. She's bad. I got these with Lowe's today. Some 3/4 inch conduit. 3/4 inch EMT. I'm gonna brace from back there by the package tray all the way down here to the angle of the kick panel. And from that kick panel all the way up to this side here. To cross brace it, maybe add some more braces. So that's pretty much it for today. We appreciate you joining once again on our adventure of trying to get this 427 car back on the road. Still lots of work to do, but we're getting real close to cutting on the white car and starting cutting away, get the roof off and get the doors off of it. I put out on Marketplace today, see if anybody needs any 4-door doors. I don't know if anybody looking for a set of doors, but they're nice. Somebody may need them, crashed it or something. They're 4-door, but see, before we take it to scrap, we'll try that at least. See if we can move that stuff along to somebody who can use it. Anyway, lots more to go. The old man is tired. He's over there in the chair, right, Dad? He's tired. He's tired. I got a truckload of stuff to go to. The storage. So, gonna head over there now. See if I can find some room for that. But we appreciate you joining and watching, and thank you for coming along on our adventure. Tell your neighbors and friends we appreciate you. We'll catch you next time on South Omaha Speed.